I'm digital anchor Lauren Watson from KKTV 11 News. Tonight, I'm talking to a pretty amazing woman. She's from Colorado Springs. She was first runner-up at Miss Colorado USA. This is Tiana Cooks. Tiana, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Doing great. Thank you for joining me. So, I think first thing that I want to talk about with you is what was the journey to Miss Colorado USA like for you?
Oh my goodness. Such a long journey, but an amazing one. Lots of hard work. I don't think people realize how much you have to actually put into pageantry, from picking out your gown to practicing in the hills, to preparing just to do an interview with the judges. So it was long, but so well worth it.
Awesome. So now you were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at age 17. Did your diabetes impact that journey and your preparation for Miss Colorado USA?
Yeah, so when I was 17, I found out that I had type 1 diabetes. And I think, as I've grown, I've learned that diabetes is really such a motivator for me. It motivates me to step out and do new things, especially because a lot of times people that have chronic diseases sometimes don't think that they're capable of competing in pageants or running marathons or doing all of these things that society deems, you know, for people that don't have diabetes. And so I've just been able to really embrace what I've been diagnosed with, and especially as like a Black woman that has diabetes. And I just hope that other girls also see themselves represented through me when I step out on a stage and I'm confidently wearing my continuous glucose monitor, my Dexcom CGM on stage.
That's awesome. So you kind of touched on this a little bit, but I guess more generally, what has your experience been like with your diabetes since you've been diagnosed?
Yeah, I mean, I think like a lot of things, it's really just been my perspective. Sometimes we're diagnosed with things and things happen to us that are out of control, but it's up to us and how we decide to live with it. And so for me, I've just never allowed diabetes to be my end all be all. Like I've always tried to show people what is possible. If you just flip that switch in your head and you're like, okay, I am capable. I am worthy of all of the beautiful things life has to offer, regardless of this diagnosis. And literally having my Dexcom has just been a game changer for me. It's allowed me to have a comfort that I didn't have before when I go and I'm preparing for a big event or for a pageant. I always tell people it's like when your car is about to run out of gas. Like you're like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And so when you just have that comfort and knowing that you got enough gas to get to where you're going, you're going to make it there. So when I have the access to see my like blood glucose, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm going to make it across the stage. And yeah, so it's been a journey, but it has been a hard but beautiful one, I would say.
And that kind of touches on my next question for you. You know, you seem like you live a pretty active life. You run marathons, you do pageants. How do you manage your diabetes through that?
I mean, I think diabetes has its own challenges. It's never ending. It's relentless, 24/7. But with tools at my hands like the Dexcom, I've been able to really lean on that. It helps me monitor my blood glucose throughout the day. So it's just a simple app on my phone that I look at, and I'm like, okay, I'm at 145. I can go on a 5 mile run, or I'm at, 200. I need to take a break. I need to take some insulin. So really managing, through those technologies and those tools that are available to me has been extremely helpful.
Awesome. And what was it like at Miss Colorado USA when you learned you were a finalist?
Oh my goodness, I was so excited. I think, you go into those things and you just know that at the end of the day, you have to feel comfortable and confident in who you are, regardless of what the judges decide. So whether you make top 15, top five, you walk away with your head up. And I hope all of the women who competed still feel so worthy in who they are and what they brought to the table. But man, like when I was called into the top five, I was ecstatic. I have a video and you can just see me like biggest smile on my face. Like it was just great. I looked down at my mom, I saw her in the crowd, and she was so proud. And my niece was there too. So my niece, she's got curly hair just like me, and looking at just how excited she was just the highlight of this entire experience this time around.
And what did that first runner-up finish mean to you?
Honestly, it just meant that, all of the hard work and preparation paid off, but also that, we are just as capable as we allow ourselves to believe we are when we step out of our comfort zones. And, growing up, I didn't really see a whole lot of representation on stages like this. When I would watch pageantry, I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me. And so it just shows that, with a chronic disease, with the brown curly hair that I was blessed with, I was worthy of being on that stage and in that position to take first runner-up.
And what was your favorite part of the experience?
Oh, definitely meeting all the women. Like literally every single woman that I met is just so beautiful inside as she is out, intelligent, eloquent. Like it was just, I have no words to describe the caliber of women that compete in these types of pageants. And I think that was just the highlight of it. You just walk away with so many friendships and relationships and just a new admiration for all of the beauty that is here in the state and beyond. So I think that was definitely a highlight for me. Other than, placing first runner up, it was definitely opportunity to meet other women.
That's amazing. And the last question I have prepared for you is, what is your message to little girls like you who may have diabetes, who may not see representation for them all the time on stages like this, who may be interested in doing what you do?
I would say that you have to learn to embrace who you've been made to be and embrace it fully. I think we're all so unique. We all have our own purpose. And as long as you're walking in your purpose and you're, continuing to set goals for yourself and setting the bar high, there's absolutely nothing that you cannot do. And I tell people all the time, you have to be confident regardless of your disease, regardless of your differences and your circumstances. Just go out there and be confident, and what's meant for you will never miss you, will never, ever, ever miss you. So just keep pushing, keep going forward.